Rossdraws is my senpai. How dare you say anything negative about my senpai? Who is this dark man sitting in a dark room saying dark things about my senpai? Omae wa mo shinderu. Mate. Nani? The one saying dark things about senpai is me. This means I will have to destroy myself. Greetings, parasocial pairs. Rejoice, for today Father is blessing you with phenomenal acting. That skit I did in the beginning doesn't deserve an Oscar. The Oscars deserve me. I volunteer a sacrifice to host the 2019 Oscars. I'm funny, I'm not Kevin Hart, and I've never said anything remotely controversial in my entire life.
A video was recently made that stirred up some drama in the art community. I'm not going to call them out.
D'Angelo Wallace.
D'Angelo or something like that.
With some D'Angelo Wallace.
It's high school drama multiplied by a million.
There's another YouTuber named D'Angelo Wallace who brought up a really good
I just want to talk about D'Angelo Wallace, right?
D'Angelo Wallace
are so ridiculous.
It was kind of like, what exactly are you telling us?
Sis, he was doing that
discussing
Let's
a
be real.
controversy. He's very funny.
It was an unfunny drama video.
Never mind, I'm stepping down as Oscars host. That means I'm gonna need money from another source. Let's talk about the popular YouTuber, who is rossdraws. He's a very popular artist who makes very bright YouTube videos about how to draw. He's skilled at what he does and his artwork is universally appreciated. I certainly appreciate it. The most popular video on my channel is actually me trying to follow one of his tutorial videos for 12 minutes straight. Now, I released that video 10 months ago and I would never make a video like that today because why would I ever make more than 10 minutes of content? I operate in the space between bare minimum and not good enough, and that space ends exactly at the 10-minute mark. rossdraws is very nice in his videos, and the one singular interaction I've had with him, which is a comment on my video, was also nice. He just seems like a nice person. I've literally never seen him respond to anybody in a shady way. He just minds his own business and focuses on his own artwork. I think what I'm trying to say is he's not me. I love it when people in the art community start talking, especially about me. But rossdraws really just keeps to himself and makes really good videos. So why are people getting so mad at him, especially on Instagram and Twitter? Well, you will never guess the reason why, unless you read the title. But you know, it's actually a little bit more involved than just tracing. Now, a couple of people already made videos about this situation, but those people aren't me, so I didn't watch them. Just kidding, those people are subscribers, so we love them. Plus, their videos are actually really good. They pretty much covered the entire topic, so there's no reason for me to jump in with my opinion, but I also want views. Plus, I'm looking at the tracing situation a little differently, so let's get into it. Pretty picture, right? Redhead, nice smile, and over 1,000 comments angrily demanding that rossdraws credits this picture. Pretty redhead, nice smile, and a 100% match in the face area. I think it's important for me to explain that I'm using the word tracing as a simplification for overpainting. Because if you watch rossdraws' videos, you'll see he doesn't draw lines over the image, he paints directly over top of it. That is a perfectly valid way of working, and that is not the issue. The issue is that this is not his image. Please don't misinterpret this as me saying you have to post the full name, Instagram handle, and social security number of every person you paint or you're going to jail. I don't think that's true, and if it is, see you in jail. Just kidding, I do post their social security numbers. What I'm saying is that if you are painting or tracing over whatever method you're using directly over top of someone else's image without their permission, without their knowledge, it's probably a good idea to at least mention them when you upload it. Can't wait for the tutorial rossdraws teaches us how to use other people's work without their permission and not get caught. Actually, he did get caught, so it probably wouldn't be a very good tutorial. Tracing is such a bad word in the art community, but that doesn't change the fact that people still do it, especially in a professional setting. Now, full disclosure, if it wasn't obvious, I am not a professional artist. Ross Tran is a professional artist. And you, the girl watching this video, are also not a professional artist, so do not go in the comment section and try to tell me that this is normal behavior for professional artists. I wanted to know if that was true myself, so I actually asked real professional artist Ethan Becker. He worked on Voltron. My camera just died and I think it's crooked now, but I'm not fixing it. Anyway, I asked Ethan Becker on Instagram what he thinks about not just rossdraws, but many accounts that are taking other people's photographs and painting over them, and oftentimes not even crediting them. Now, Ethan actually said painting over photographs almost becomes a necessity when you're working on an industry deadline. And he said it's very plausible that rossdraws needs to pump out videos and pump out artwork faster, so he's using these kinds of shortcuts in his work. And again, that's perfectly valid. It almost makes sense. It's smart in my opinion. But it's also worth noting that Ethan said when he paints over other people's photographs, he makes sure that by the end of it, the original photograph is completely lost. I think you would be hard-pressed to argue that that is what Ross is doing. Yes, while painting over other people's photographs may be normal, having those photographs show up in their entirety in your finished artwork is not normal at all and could potentially get you sued. Ross painted this one for 600,000 sub celebration on Instagram. Was there some sort of professional deadline for that? Again, he's completely free to use other people's work and take shortcuts to make his job faster. But it's just kind of like if I took a photograph of him, painted over it, liquefied it, stylized it, and then uploaded it and didn't give him any credit whatsoever. It's a little bit like that. It's exactly like that. That is what he's doing. Remember when I said you could get sued? That's kind of a heavy thing to just say. So here's an example of Netflix using this photograph of a clown. Guess what intellectual property attorney David Deal had to say about that situation? All fair use considerations are not created equal. At its core, Netflix's use of the photograph is aesthetic, not satirical or positive. This is not fair use, is what it says. I'm not reading that. So as you can see, a professional opinion, legal opinion, this is not the industry standard. So, can't wait to still read a bunch of comments telling me that this is what professionals do. And I don't even know what the assumption is when tracing over other people's work and not disclosing that you're doing that. Whether the assumption is that people will think less of the painting because it's traced, or whether people will think less of rossdraws for using references, which is far from the truth. There's obviously nothing wrong with using references. And Ross paints over photographs in his videos, so it wouldn't be a surprise to anybody. The issue is the utter lack of transparency. And from Ross's videos, I got the impression that the only photographs he paints over are ones he takes himself. He literally has photo shoots just to capture the perfect references. He makes it very clear that he is the one taking those photos. But apparently he's also taking photos from other people. I don't understand why you wouldn't at least disclose that you were using these people's work without their permission. Actually, that's probably why, isn't it? No matter how you look at the situation, artists' work are being used without credit, and the fact that the person doing this is such a staple in the art community is disappointing in its own right. Now, what if the models Ross is painting over literally don't care? As Ethan Becker said, do you still give them credit if you're painting next to them and not over them? Becker's point is that nothing is truly original, and because of that, it kind of makes getting upset over it pointless. And you know what? The model in this case never specifically asked to be credited. She legitimately might not care, and that would make the 1,000 comments on the post asking Ross to credit a little bit silly. But that situation doesn't hold up because rossdraws also used images from another redhead. Her also being a redhead has nothing to do with anything. The DeviantArt user face stock clearly lays out, contact me clearly if you've used any of my stock. Please include a link to my DeviantArt profile. Rossdraws used her stock for one of his paintings and did not include a link to her profile whatsoever. She commented on it, she even sent him a DM asking him to do so, and she got no reply. Now, he has since gone back and updated it to add her link in the description, but the photo was up for over a year before that happened, so a year? If we use other people's work, we should give those people credit, especially if they're asking for it, especially if you're an artist. That is my point with this video. Lastly, I will end this by saying, we are not canceling rossdraws, okay? We're not going to end his career. He puts a lot of work into his channel. His videos have helped me a lot personally, and using his name for views has helped me even more. I know you're thinking, oh, you're just throwing this at the end to make yourself look less toxic, but no, I am being serious. Ross's career isn't ending on my watch. I got 500,000 views last time I used his name. If rossdraws isn't thriving, my channel isn't thriving. So his career needs to stay alive so my social blade can stay alive. If you need somebody to cancel after watching this video, cancel me. I could use the exposure. And you better believe I will be monetizing my apology video. All 7 of them, none of which will be genuine. Anyway, looks like I've gotten 10 minutes of content out of this, so leave a like, tell me what you think, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for watching, and a big thank you to my 77,000 subscribers. Okay, bye.